Dan Long, standing in the Ward of Bush Fair, why are you standing for it personally?
Well, I'm standing for a reason. The reason being, what it is, the people of Harlow, right, deserve a better service compared to what they're getting when it comes to paying their council tax. I've lived here now nearly 10 years, and in the last 10 years I've only seen a road sweeper in my area, right, for what, twice, and that's funny how it's twice when we've had 2 local elections since, and they only seem to come around doing their business when it comes to maintaining the roads, sweeping the roads, cutting the edges. They only seem to do that, you know, when it suits them, especially when it's local election year. But
it is by chance we've met here, but it is probably quite a suitable place to meet, because behind you it's just derelict now. What was a thriving community centre? Oh
yeah, it looks like it, and all what I can see. And what I want to know is, you know, we can't afford to keep these going, and we can't afford to maintain this park that you can see over here, and the grass. You know, you can do like cutting the edges and the grass and that around here, which should be done at least every 2 weeks in the summer. You know, not every, say, 2 months. And then what I can't work out is we can't afford this supposedly when it comes to the council and the councillors that are in at the moment, and the county council and the government, but we can afford £55 million a day to Europe. You know, surely that money can go better here in this country to certain you know services that need maintaining.
So the people in the ward of Bush Fair, whether around the corner here from Nicholsville, Perford Green, Spencer's Croft, do these people share your concerns on the doorstep?
A lot of people do when they find out what we pay towards Europe. A lot of people say the same thing. Oh, hold on, pay that to Europe when we've got potholes that need filling. We've got schools that need maintaining. Do you know what I mean? We've got, like, say, people like say need their houses maintained that are not getting their houses, you know, maintained by the council. Yeah, and then the lights go off at 12 o'clock at night. Do you know what I mean? Around here. Yeah, what's going on there?
So would you, if you happen to be an Essex County Council, or if this comes back to Harlow Council and you're a councillor, you would vote against street lights going off at midnight?
Oh yeah, of course I will. The reason being, you know, at the end of the day, there's people that work late at night. Surely they go on about human rights, surely that's against their human rights, and they're coming home at night, no lights on. It ain't their fault they've got to work till 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's, you know, pitch black through the town centre and, you know, around the outsides of Harlow when they're trying to get home, and the potholes don't help. So they've got the lights off, there's potholes everywhere. Can people see them potholes when they're coming home on their bike or walking? And I'm not just talking about people that come out to nightclubs drinking, I'm on about people that work in the likes of nightclubs and restaurants and shops and all, like, you know, 24-hour shops.
And we spoke to a taxi driver last Tuesday who said he's getting some journeys from women for 0.3 of a mile after midnight. I guess that reflects the sort of fear that's around the town, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Actually, I was talking to a cab driver yesterday over in, where is it, Church Lees. Yeah, I was talking to a cab driver and he said the same thing actually. You know, women are actually so desperate to get home, they're doing whatever they can, you know, obviously for their own sake, you know, to get home. They're doing whatever they can to save the money to get a cab. You know, and it's not women that are, as I said earlier on, that are out all night nightclubbing, it's women that work.
We have to ask you this question, you know, the population of Harlow with people from Eastern Europe is growing and growing. Should these people be afraid of you, Dan?
Well, no, they shouldn't be afraid of us, because all we're asking for, and, you know, my leaders are agreeing with me here, and, you know, as you know, some people know who my leaders are, some people don't, but my leaders and what UKIP as a party want, we just want the same policy as what the Aussies have got, the Australians. You know, and that is, you know, those that come over here can support themselves, have got a, you know, good qualification, and, you know, and we know for a fact that, you know, they've got enough saved funding to support themselves for at least a year. And they're not going to rely on housing, they're not going to rely on benefits, and, you know, all right, NHS is open to those that do work, do you know what I mean? But there's people who are coming over here that don't seem to have a job, don't seem to have an house, and rely on our NHS when that's under a lot of, you know, at the moment, that's struggling at the moment and under a lot of pressure.
Finally, can you win the Ward of Bush Fair?
I've got a funny feeling the answer to that is yes.
Dan, well, good luck, and we'll see you on Thursday evening.
Right, thank you very much.